Alrighty, class A, we are back here, continuing our discussion of anatomical analogies. We're going to start on the integumentary system now. So, with some of these systems, the analogies aren't as widespread, but we're gonna make do with what we have and try to make as many connections as we possibly can. We are gonna go over a lot of information though. So, starting with the integumentary system, let's freaking get it. So, the organs of the integumentary system are the skin, hair, nails, and glands that are associated with the skin. So, like a sweat gland is part of the integumentary system, but pituitary gland, for instance, is not because it's not associated with the skin there. So, the integumentary system, as with any system, it has multiple functions as well too. So, the functions of the integumentary system are protection. So, it's the integumentary system is it's like the initial barrier of anything coming into the body. So it's kind of like I guess if you want to think of it like a defense cloak that just drapes around our whole body and covers up there for protection. Also functions in thermoregulation. So the skin is like a big layer of insulation to help keep us warm, and it completely covers us. So protection, thermoregulation. Also have sensory reception is a function of the integumentary system. So there's more sensory receptors on our skin than anywhere in the body. So if you're like, I'm sure we've all done this. Let's be real. I did it almost. I do it almost daily. I put the bread bag on the hot surface of the stove, and it's a freaking mess. It's an absolute mess. But if you touch a hot stove, the reason we're able to detect the heat is obviously due to the brain, but without the sensory receptors on the fingers or wherever you touch the stove, it's not going to send that impulse to the brain to actually feel the heat. But that's due to the sensory receptors on the skin. Function of an integumentary system, it can't speak sometimes, right? But function of in the integumentary system is excretion. So to help get rid of waste, that's pretty straightforward one. Also aids in hydroregulation. So skin aids in maintaining fluid balance, essentially. So keeps us from taking in too many fluids. So if you swim in a swimming pool or something like that, that's why we don't completely fill up with water, is because we got this nice barrier around our body that helps to hydroregulate or maintain the fluid balance. And last but certainly not least, function of the integumentary system is the production of vitamin C. So how it works is the UV rays, obviously from the sun, because the skin cells to produce an inactive form of vitamin D. This inactive form of vitamin D goes to the liver where calcidiol is made, and then this calcidiol goes from the liver to the kidneys where calcitriol or calcitriol is made, which is the active form of vitamin D. So boom, UV rays, skin cells, inactive form vitamin D, to the liver, calcidiol, to the kidney, calcitriol, and boom, that's the active form of vitamin D. And we'll learn exactly what vitamin D does whenever we discuss the hormones. But those are the functions of the integumentary system. We're going to dive deeper now, but the functions: protection, thermoregulation, sensory reception, excretion, hydroregulation, and production of vitamin D. And obviously the organs are skin, hair, nails, and glands that are associated with skin. Let's get it going. It's a party up in here. It's a party up